Well, like I said, brothers and sisters, that's when we come to that place to where, the scripture of the night is, I had heard, recently I was going through a situation in my life, a major transition, a major turning point, a major transition in my life. You come to a point to where you learn how you have to step out and away from sin and step out and away of a destructive lifestyle and destructive world. Because see, when the consequences of sin, when the consequences of the world that we live in, when all those things start to bear down on you, when you really come close to the consequences of your sins, and which is death, and when you feel what death is really about, when you understand that, the warnings of Jesus Christ are meant to be taken seriously, when you understand what it's like to be in a position where you may lose your family, your health, your freedom, and then on top of that, your finances, so where you came in, because this world, one thing they force you to do in this world, they force you to make sure that you got you some money. We live in a greedy, cutthroat world. And one thing you learn is that, learn about the importance of just working in Jesus Christ and fix what you can while you can. See, God ain't caught up on silly little things. He's caught up on the important things. And once he gets past the important things and then you know better, then he gets caught up on the secondary things that can cause problems. Because when you come to a place of true maturity in Jesus Christ, there's high expectation. As it says, from whom much is given, much is expected. You come to a place where you have to make sure that you bring your brothers and sisters into Jesus Christ as best as you can, as wisely as you can, as smoothly as you can. And you come to that place to where you understand the importance of having a true and strong sense of faith in Jesus Christ. And that's what you learn. Is the importance of operating in Jesus Christ and living a life that Jesus Christ would have you to live. But you come to that place to where you can only praise your way out of your situation. You can only pray your way out of your situation. You can only Jesus your way out of that situation. Because you come to a point, a place that without, honestly, you come to a point in life to where you realize it's spiritual warfare, and you realize that without the salvation of Jesus Christ, the power of Jesus, see, if you don't have the power of Jesus Christ in your life, you ain't got nothing. All your money, your degrees, your skills, your businesses, your abundance of manhood or your abundance of womanhood, whatever you got going, let me tell you something, without the power of Jesus Christ, it adds up to nothing. Because what can a man really do, or what can a woman really do if they don't have a strong foundation to stand on? What can you really build if you don't have a strong foundation to build on? And two, what can you maintain without a strong foundation? That's why whenever you look at a structure or a building, one of the most important things they do, which is usually the first thing they do, is they focus on building a strong foundation. They pick strong, solid ground, they dig deep, and they put themselves in a position, a situation where they can have nice things and do nice things because they built the foundations of that house or that structure on strong foundations that won't give out, that won't give in to earthquakes and floods, inclement, wide variety, it can operate through all seasons, in a wide variety of, difficult situations. And that's what you got to understand. Without the power of Jesus Christ, you lose what's important in your life. You stop caring about your watch collection, your shoes, your cars. Because when you lose your freedom and your health and your family and your happiness, there's no value in it. So you learn that it's about taking care of what's important. It's about focusing on what's important. And when you do that, everything else falls in place. And that's what a lot of our brothers and sisters have to learn. It's how to focus on operating and trusting in and putting Jesus Christ back in first place in their life. We got to come back to that point, brothers and sisters. So when we do those things, and when we operate in those things, until where we become what God wants us to become. And that's what we come to, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, you come to that place where we got to continue to stay focused on Jesus Christ and operate in Him. And I came to that place to where I realized that if it weren't for the grace of God, the mercy of God bringing me to where I'm at in life, how's it going, brother? If it weren't for, God just being merciful and graceful and delivering me. See, I came to a place where I realized that I needed deliverance. And now without Jesus Christ, there would be no deliverance. Without Jesus Christ, I wouldn't be able to do anything for myself. Because see, when that demonic spirit, whatever demonic spirit you're dealing with, whatever sin, whatever area of weakness you're dealing with, when it comes to a place where it starts subtracting from you versus adding unto you, that's when you realize, who and what you're dealing with. And you come to a place, brothers and sisters, like I said, to where, without the power of Jesus Christ in the scriptures, where would I be? What would I do? And I realized I wouldn't be able to maintain my wife and my kids. You wouldn't have any type of decent job. Because like Brother Tony talked about in one of his sermons. How's it going? He talked about how an olive can never bring forth its precious oil unless it's been crushed. And how many times in life, Brother Tony talked about how we want to talk about the good times and when things are easy, when things are smooth sailing, but we don't want to go through the difficult crushing process that Jesus Christ brings us to. And that's where you come to. That place where you're going through those hardships and that difficulties for a reason and for a purpose. And as Brother Burton said, if God tear you down, it's to build you up. See, you have to understand that God has a purpose for everything that He does. And the key to success, brothers and sisters, is that you give Him full commitment. If you give Him full commitment. If you give Jesus Christ a full commitment and effort He deserves. That you give Him what He needs, what He deserves, and how He deserves it. How's it going? And that's what we need in Jesus Christ, brothers and sisters. We need to operate in and work in Jesus Christ as best as we can. We need to do what Jesus Christ wants us to do. And operate in the area that He wants us to operate in. And that's what you got to look at, brothers and sisters, is the importance of, if it weren't, we all struggle. Listen, we all struggle with sin. We all deal with different forms of sin. We all find ourselves less than what we could or should be. I'm a lean, sick, feel, poppin', dream, headed, real, watch the chopper, shoot and hit 'em. They gon' have to fly real doctors, we from that way. And that's one thing you learn, brothers and sisters, is that when you're dealing with the hardships and the difficulties that this world brings into you. When you come to that point, that place, brothers and sisters, when you come to that point and place, brothers and sisters, when you realize the importance of the majesty of Jesus Christ, when you understand the importance and the significance of who you are and what you are and what God calls you to do, when you understand that, Jesus Christ is everything, until you come to that place where your sin, like I said, when your sin starts to catch up to you, and you find yourself standing in front of a mountain of sin and consequences. Because see, some forms of sin can be like a dormant volcano. See, a dormant volcano can seem like an okay and beautiful thing until it erupts. And when the consequences of a volcanic eruption, sin is just like a volcanic eruption in your life. It can just disrupt and destroy everything in your life. And when you come to the point, the place to where, those consequences, when the consequences of sin erupt in your life and put you in a position of where it splatters and overflows, then you realize just who you are and what you're dealing with. And that's when you come to that place, brothers and sisters, that's when you realize that Jesus Christ warned you for a reason. He came to you for a reason. He talked to you for a reason. And that you have to develop and come to a place of spiritual deliverance. In the scriptures, it talks about this in Matthew 17, 19, 20. How disciples did not have the faith that they needed to come to a place of, to fulfill the purpose that God, sent them out for. You come to a place to where you just have to develop the highest level of faith in this world. This world is a very beautiful thing, but if you don't have faith in Jesus Christ, in relationship in Jesus Christ, there can be serious and severe consequences. And that's why I come to you now, brothers and sisters, is trying to bring you back to Jesus Christ. We're trying to bring you back to the point and the place and purpose of Jesus Christ. Bring you back to the love of Jesus Christ. Bring you back to the understanding of Jesus Christ. All right. And that's what I try to explain, brothers and sisters. We got to just love in Jesus Christ and work in Jesus Christ. And look into the stories of Jesus Christ. Look into the story where Jesus Christ and the disciples were on a ship in a storm. And Jesus Christ, he was really funny. I remember Sister Reverend Walker from Wings of Truth talked about how this is one of her funniest scriptures, one of the most interesting, curious scriptures that she would read in the Bible, where the ship was in a horrible storm, and Jesus Christ was on board asleep. And the disciples were so worried that they came and woke Jesus Christ, and he came and spoke, and the water calmed itself. And the whole point and purpose was, with Jesus Christ being on that ship, why were the disciples worried to begin with? And that's a point and place you come to. you come to the point and place to where you come to the point and place to where you gotta have faith and trust in Jesus Christ. Just brothers, I love you and I care about you. I'm sorry, when you come down here, brothers, sometimes you have different spirits that will jump on you, get in your way, and try to distract them, bringing forth the word of God. And you learn, like in that situation with the disciples, you gotta learn how to trust in God. You gotta understand that it's not if the ship's in a storm or if it's in a calm waters, if Jesus Christ is on board. And the ship is the life that you're living. As long as Jesus Christ is on board, you'll find yourself in a place, in a position where you will be okay. You know, Jesus Christ loves you, I love you. How's it going, sisters? You come to the place to where Jesus Christ is the key. And Jesus Christ is what it's all about. Until you come to that point in that place, and that's where you come to the place in Jesus Christ where you understand the power, the importance of having the right spirit, the power of operating in the right spirit, and the power of living the life that Jesus Christ wants you to live. See, that's what the place where you come to. And you know and understanding what he is and who he is and what he's all about. And that's why, brothers and sisters, I try to encourage you in love and appreciation, just to trust in God, love in God, and do whatever it is you need to do. And I love and thank you in Jesus' name. God bless.